From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. As recovery continues for the southern Appalachians all the way to Florida in the wake of deadly and destructive hurricanes Helene and Milton, weather conditions in those areas and over much of the U.S. will not be a factor for Election Day. However, AccuWeather meteorologists are sounding the alert for adverse conditions that could deter some voters in the middle of the nation, including in some key swing states. The area where drenching rain occurs, thunderstorms erupt, and downpours trigger localized flash flooding on Election Day will depend on the track, the speed, and the intensity of a storm and trailing cold front. This storm will traverse parts of the Rockies, the Plains, Mississippi Valley, and upper Midwest. While heavy snow will likely be winding down Tuesday morning over parts of the Rockies, locally flooding rain and severe thunderstorms will affect parts of the Mississippi Valley for the better part of Tuesday. The speed and position of the disruptive weather is not set in stone yet, and could depend on other weather scenarios, such as budding tropical activity in the Caribbean and the speed of an approaching storm in the Northwest. For now, the zone from eastern Texas, Louisiana, and Mississippi northward to Illinois and the swing states of Michigan and Wisconsin are most likely to experience the greatest impacts from the storm. Some precincts may be drenched by rain for multiple hours on Election Day. People who may have to wait in long lines outdoors will want to be prepared for the wet weather with waterproof shoes and umbrellas, if not full-on rain gear. Along with the intensity of the rain, which could trigger localized flash flooding and block some roads in parts of the 1,500-mile-long zone, some of the thunderstorms from the mid-Mississippi Valley to the Gulf Coast could be robust, highly disruptive, and potentially dangerous. Even where the heaviest rain has shifted to the south and the east, some communities over the southern plains may still be dealing with the aftermath of significant flash flood damage that occurred over the weekend. The timing of the thunderstorms from location to location will be key, and it will be important for people heading to the polls in the risk zone to monitor the weather situation closely. One part of the day may be drier than the other. There is also the potential for a secondary area of precipitation to develop on the storm's cold side from eastern Colorado to Minnesota. This could occur if the second storm is much stronger and moving swiftly along. If this zone develops, some precipitation may fall as snow rather than rain. The same storm has the potential to drop significant snow in the Denver area tonight. Where it hasn't rained in a while, even a small amount of moisture on the roads can create extra slick conditions for motorists, so just be vigilant. AccuWeather meteorologists are also tracking a storm from the Pacific. Its progress could determine whether rain arrives or departs western Washington and Oregon and spreads farther inland over the Northwest. That storm is likely to bring some high-elevation snow to the Cascades. Depending on the forward speed and expansion of the storm system, some rain may enter parts of northern New England. There are also 34 of the 100 U.S. Senate seats up for decision in this election, and at least a dozen in the central states could be affected by some rain or thunderstorms on Tuesday. No rain or snow is in the forecast in the swing states of Arizona and Nevada, with nothing more than a few showers in North Carolina and Georgia. In areas of western North Carolina, where temporary or different polling locations exist because of the devastation, people should not have to combat adverse weather conditions on Tuesday. At least 75% of the lower 48 states will be dry for Election Day, including the heavy population zones along the Interstate 95 corridor. That's all for now. For more stories and regional forecasts, visit AccuWeather.com. And for your local forecast at your fingertips, including a hurricane tracker, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day, be safe, and I'll be back tomorrow with more from AccuWeather.